Opening a gate is a great challenge and a great purpose for your horse to practice some of the yields that you've been working on. And in this video, we're going to show you how to put it all together. So before we jump into how to teach a horse to open a gate, I just want to give you an update on Flo, the off-the-track thoroughbred that we saw in a previous video. And she's doing great. I've just been busy with training her and showing her to a potential buyer for her. And so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make a video tomorrow with her and give you an update. And I'll show you guys what's been going on with Flo. So without further ado, let's jump into how to teach a horse to open a gate. So the first thing that I wanna think about when opening a gate is, does my horse side pass really well? And we actually made a video on teaching a horse to side pass in 3 different steps, and you're gonna have a really great side pass at the end of it. And that video is on my Patreon page. So if you haven't checked that out, there's a lot of great information on my Patreon page. I'd also like to just point out that I get a lot of questions on my YouTube channel and in the comments, and I love all those questions. It's hard for me to get to all of them, but if you ask me a question on Patreon, I guarantee you I will respond to it in an appropriate timeline. And usually it's a more thorough, thought-out response with sometimes a video response. So go ahead and check out that Patreon page if you haven't done so already. So now that we have a horse that side passes well, now we're going to think about releasing our horse to the gate. And I was just riding with a friend of mine. He's a 19-time world champion named Craig Johnson. He's won everything in reining and also in ranch riding classes. And I like to go down there and get a little tune-up from him on some of my maneuvers. And his definition of a maneuver is anything you're trying to do on purpose. Okay? And so we're going to try to open a gate on purpose. And that means that I want to release my horse to the maneuver. I don't want to. And by releasing him, that means we did something ahead of time. We had some preparation. We built in some tools and some understanding. We didn't just go up to the task and see if we could make it happen, okay? That is not the best setup. And that's true with everything to do with horses. I always tell people, horse training is 50-50. 50% teaching them what you want them to know, and 50% of your time is spent trying to not teach them things you don't want them to know, okay? And so what I don't want to do is go up to the gate like this, and this is one of the kind of common mistakes I see happen, is the horse ain't that great at side passing, is a little worried about the gate. They get up here, they start kicking, and trying to make that horse get up to the gate. Well, now all that pressure is being associated by the horse with the gate. So I don't want to pressure my horse in the maneuver. I want to release them to the maneuver. So I'm riding a horse here, we call him Snacks, and he's a 4-year-old gypsy cross that we're riding here, and he's never learned to open a gate. I'm sure because of all the tools I've put in here, I could get the gate open and get through it, but I haven't taught him to open the gate as a maneuver. So it's what you're going to see in this video is how to teach opening a gate as a maneuver where it's going to go slick and smooth, and you're going to score well in a trail riding class, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take him away from the gate. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little pressure on with my inside leg and just ask him to yield his hindquarters. So a little pressure here, a little pressure here. And then I'm going to ride him over by the gate and release. So now he's getting relief by the gate. Now, I'm not close enough that I could open, maybe I could, I'd be, when you're opening a gate, it's also really important to stay in the correct position. So some of you guys would be like, I think I can do it, something like that. And you don't want to do that, okay? You want to put that gate right here at your leg, where without tipping your body off balance and putting yourself in a vulnerable position where if the horse moves a little bit, it'd be easy to fall off. You don't want to do that. I want him to put my stirrup right on that gate latch where I can just reach there and open the gate up, easy peasy. So because he's already here, we're kind of close. What I don't want to do is start kicking him here and try to get him up there. I'm sure I could get it done, but that's not the point. The point is, can I get him to find relief by putting me in this position? Basically the same strategy we use for teaching a horse to open up, stand still by the mounting block. And we have a previous video on that. Maybe it's up here in the corner, if I can figure out how to do that. If I didn't figure out how, you won't see that little slide banner come in. But here we go. We're going to come back over here. We're going to retreat the gate. Going to come out here. I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on him. So I'm picking up my rein, a little pressure with my inside leg, a little bit of pressure, and then again, ride him over to the gate and release. See if we can get a little closer without too much ooh, there we go. A little bit better. So without leaning over, I can reach down and touch the gate. So we're not perfect, but we're pretty good right there, okay? So again, I'm gonna release him. So again, even though I could open a gate now, I'm gonna do that one more time because it's about reinforcing by the gate here is where the relief is, okay? The other thing I'm gonna do that may be a little different than other gate opening training sessions you've seen is my first session is really just about getting here and opening the gate. It's not about opening the gate and closing the gate. I like to break it down into a couple of steps. The more you can simplify it and make it into those baby steps, it just makes the whole puzzle a little easier, and I can release the horse to each position. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that one more time. Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, so now very easily I can open the latch, and if he started to step forward there, I don't want him thinking forward at the gate, so I'm just gonna back him up a step there. That's important too. You don't want your horse walking off. And you also don't want to get in the habit of having your hand up here, holding him here. That's babysitting them, that's micromanaging them. We don't want to do that. I'm gonna put my hand down and trust that he'll stand here, okay? If you're having to hold your horse here and the only reason they're at the gate is because you got him here, you want to get away from that, okay? So now I'm just gonna open the gate and just give him somewhere to go through here. Nice and big. And now I'm gonna back him up, take my time, and I can ride him through the gate. And honestly now, if I wasn't making a video on this, I would just go ride in my playground right now, our kind of obstacle course we have out here, and I would be pretty happy with that. And then the next, I do this a couple of days, and then the next training session, so we're gonna fast forward. The next training session, what I would do is get where I could open the gate, and then I would get myself here, and I would just shut the gate, okay? Just try to get it shut any which way you can, including if you need to dismount your horse and just get it shut. Now some of you guys are going, whoa. You need to open the gate and keep your horse. Yep, we're gonna get there, okay? But if you try to hold the gate and side pass to shut the gate all in the same motion, you're gonna run into some trouble with that, okay? Because your horse is gonna feel claustrophobic when that gate is on this side, which means your horse that previously side passed nicely off this leg will feel like they never heard of it before, okay? So instead of doing that, get the gate shut. Again, even if it means dismounting, but if you can't, go ahead and just swing it shut. And I like to practice this on a nice balanced gate that will shut on its own and is level. We don't always have that perfect setup, but if you can train your horse on a nice gate like that, that's ideal, okay? Now that I got my gate shut, again, this is a training process. Now I'm gonna try to release him to the gate. So again, over those last couple of days that I fast forwarded through, I would have been practicing getting him relief on this side, him putting my right stirrup at the gate. Now he's thinking about that grass there. So we're gonna get him to own that responsibility if he goes for it again. See here, I didn't ask him to walk forward. So I'm not making it about the gate, I'm making it about don't go forward, okay? So horses will feel like they're being repelled from this position because they feel a little claustrophobic by the gate. You can see why he's got his name Snacks here, or why he got his name Snacks. He's really eyeballing that green grass. He's like, boy, I could take some of that. So you want to release your horse here. Now he's getting a little carried away here with moving, so now I'm going to make a little bit bigger deal about it. So I'm going to pick him up with one rein, put my leg on, and I'm going to redirect his attention back on me. Put him here. Ooh, a little too far, and release by the gate. Okay. So he went to the grass again, and again, this is why I'm showing you guys this on a green horse instead of a horse that's already finished to this, because you're getting to see me work through it here. Again, it's not about the gate, but I will have an expectation of him standing still here and not taking over. Now he's taking over for the grass. A lot of horses get impulsive or get a little nervous having the gate being right here. So now that he's standing still patiently, now I can open the gate up, back him up. And the first exposure that I would give a horse to staying close to the gate, kind of like you would if you were showing a horse in a trail class, you want to not break contact with that gate. I would do that opening the gate like this, where there's plenty of room and he feels that gate opening up away from him, okay? Then you start to come around the gate here. You can see we got to do a little pivot turn there. And now is where it's a little bit of the harder part here of being able to do it. Now there I had to let go of the gate, no big deal. I missed my hindquarter step. So instead of fighting with the gate here, I'm gonna shut the gate, and now I can use my hands and my legs, and I can push his hip over there. So you can see we got a little sticky spot here, so I'm just gonna wait on him. There. And again, they get a little sticky because they feel a little bit claustrophobic by this gate. But again, what you wanna get in the habit of understanding is that the gate is a challenging thing, and you don't wanna make it the bad spot by trying to tackle the whole thing in one ride. Okay, break it into steps, release your horse to the spots, you know, all the potential spots that you need, and finish on, you know, rubbing your horse by the gate, put your hand on the gate, and make sure you can really get this step down. If you can get this step down, it's not a big deal at all to just open that gate up and ride through it. You can see him thinking about it now. He's like, let's go back out to where that grass is. There's our little pivot step. Very good. Now, again, this is his first time learning how to do this. I think I maybe opened a gate on him one other time. But because I've done my homework and I have some resources with him where he knows all these different positions here, it makes it easy to play these different games, okay? So there's no rules to this. Break it down into steps. Keep it simple. And pick your battles here where you can practice side passing into the gate where it's an easy position. And if it gets to be too hard, like if your horse gets way out of position, just let go of the gate, fix your horse, and don't try to make the process look like the product. I guess that's the big takeaway here. Don't make the process look like the product. They're separate steps, and if you break it down, it's gonna be real easy, and you're gonna have a horse that'll open up any gate, anytime, anywhere. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, make sure you subscribe. And we got some more great videos on Flo, the off-the-track thoroughbred that used to be pretty impulsive, coming up. So stay tuned for that.